Hey YouTube, coming at you with my first Fantasy Cup team. I showcased a subscriber this morning, and we have azumarill, Weezing, Turtonator, and basically my thought process on this team was I know there's gonna be a heavy dose of the ground steals, which is Doug Trio, Excadrill, and Stunfisk. So I wanted 3 Pokemon that can kind of deal with those Pokemon. So you have the Bubble Hydro Pump on azumarill, you have Overheat on Weezing, and then you have the Incinerate Overheat on Turtonator. So that was the first one. And then I expected a healthy dose of azumarill. So I've got the azumarill mirror match and I got Weezing there. And yes, you're dead weak to ground in the back, but that doesn't matter too much when you have overheat for all the ground steals. Now, how do you play this team? Well, do as I say and not as I do, because I just made it 6 minutes into the battles and realized I screwed it up. Basically, you see a grass on the lead, Whimsicott Ferrothorn, you say swap Weezing. Everything else, you kind of stand and play out. So that's the strategy. Let's watch me do it right most of the time and then screw up one at a time. Okay, so mirror match here. And right off the bat, I remember this matchup. Oh, do you see that huge friggin' delay that happened there? They are a full move ahead of me now. So I'm going to get to the play rough here to chip. And as you're going to see, I'm going to be one bubble short of getting to the play rough when they get to their move, right? So I get here, I'm one short, and now look, they're already at a play rough because the game screwed me over. So now I'm behind on energy. So even if I win CMP, which I probably don't, I have a 1 attack. And again, I get a little leg there. So basically, I'm going to have to try and catch the play rough when I'm 1 short of my play rough, which is right there. So I make the catch on the Weezing when I'm 1 short because screw this game. Unfortunately, it's an Ice Beam. So find the one azumarill that is running Ice Beam instead of the player off Hydro Pump. So get to the Sludge Bomb here. Or not Sludge Bomb, just Sludge. Sludge Bomb would be a great move. Sludge is a garbage move. Oh look, it is an Excadrill. Surely not the first one we are going to see or the last. Actually, this is the first one we saw. Not the last. So threw the overheat, grabbed a shield, came back in azumarill, going to shield this up, get the Hydro Pump off, force a shield or take it out, and if they do shield, I'll instant swap Turtonator to try to just get ahead on energy there. So instant swap, they do get to move here, but that second Incinerate will go through and take them out here. So I will have the energy going into the last matchup, and it is a Weezing, and 2 Incinerates. So 2 Incinerates put this thing is still at about 80% health. But if you're wondering, will an overheat do about 80% to a Galarian Weezing? The answer is yes, it will. One shots it. Stab overheats really, really strong. And here we go, Lucario. So I have a decent matchup overall. Yeah, I screwed up twice, actually, now that I think about it. So I shield this up because they do have a buff Thunder Punch now, and it's okay, I don't really want to take it. But I'm at a huge advantage. Force Palm is resisted. And these bubbles are adding up, so even if they get a Thunder Punch off, I'll live. But then I give up Switch. I do draw out the ground, which is okay, right? I do have Overheat here. I can get the azumarill back on this. But basically what you're going to see is giving up Switch means my Weezing got hard countered. I'm still going to get chipped a crazy amount here. Did they just throw Scorching Sands? Okay. Mudslap, Scorching Sands, Excadrill. Interesting. So then I'm just going to come in here and just absolutely delete them, but with a shield advantage, get locked into an azumarill, and I have absolutely no moves to throw here. So I am screwed. So there's no point. Turtonator can get walled by azumarill really tough, and it is such a hard matchup. So to give up Switch there is kind of dumb. Giving up Switch here is not dumb. You have a grass Pokemon and you don't even have Ice Beam. So you instant swap into Weezing. Weezing resists the grass because you are half poison. So Power Whip is resisted. Knowing I'm going to have to throw the overheat, I'm trying to hold off as long as I can. So eventually I have to throw the overheat, and they do shield. And then they come into the azumarill. So my attack is now 2 times lowered, but our switch timers are very desynced. So I get the 1 Sludge off, and I'm like, I'm seeing if I bank that energy and get into the Azumarill matchup. I can. So at this point, I know our sync timers are very desynced. So I'm going to throw this play rough ASAP because I want this to land. And once this lands, I know that they're just going to eventually get back into their Ferrothorn. So that's exactly what happens there. They get back to the Ferrothorn. Can't quite one-shot here with a Power Whip, but does put me in the deep red, which means I'm Bullet Seed down. However, now I can have a Turtonator get on this. And the strength of Turtonator, so I instant swap, because I just don't want to get farmed down like another 2 for no reason. Strength of Turtonator is half Dragon, half Fire. It's going to resist everything here. Thunder, resisted. Power Up, resisted. Flash Cannon, resisted. So I could take that move. Out comes the Azumarill to try and snipe me. But because I've already done damage on the Azumarill with the Play Rough earlier, I can now basically take this out. So I throw the Incinerate and they shield. So I'm like, okay, are you weak to the back to Turtonator? Let's keep this alive in case that is the case. So then I come and snipe with Weezing to take out the Azumarill. And what's in the back? Something that's got to be weak to Turtonator. Primarina. Okay, great read there. Don't know why you were why would they shield? That's not a bad read on my part. It's like why are you shielding? Okay. Anyways, get the double Sludge off to take out the Primarina. Double Fairy Pokemon. I think in even one of my top teams I did a double Fairy with Tapu Fini, so that's not surprising. Okay, Steelix. Yes, Steelix is going to have Thunderfang. So we are both doing super effective with our fast moves. Thunderfang versus Bubble. I know they're going to have only probably Psychic Fangs at best, which will lower my defense, but not a real damage move. So I'm going to just throw the Hydro Pump here on Terrible Timing to just try and grab a shield, and I do. And I'm hoping I can get to just let this go and get to it. Like even a Play Rough would be a good chip, so I can just like Incinerate down here. But these Thunderfangs are adding up, and I do get to Play Rough. Part of me, sometimes I think Ice Beam is better for this Pokemon. There's a lot of times I wanted Ice Beam today. Hydro Pump was nice like once in a while. Anyways, come in Turtonator. Yes, I'll just kind of take whatever move you're going to throw here. So get hit with the Psychic Fangs. Incinerate down. I do have a couple Incinerate, so let's see what they come in with. If it's a Azumarill, instant swap to Weezing, because I have to. And what do they got in the back? Is this a slightly underpowered one? Yeah, 1443. Weirdly underpowered Azumarill. Get the first Sludge off, and out comes the Turtonator. And what makes Turtonator so strong is that, first of all, okay, good. I didn't totally screw up the time there. What makes Turtonator so strong is you neutralize the Fairy weakness, and you got some bulk, right? So here comes a second Sludge, and they're still alive, and I don't think I can Fairy Wind down. And these Incinerates are the best damage per energy and damage per turn and energy per turn in the game. So they are essentially just chunking me with these Incinerates while still very easily living my moves here. And they eventually get off a Sludge, so I had to kind of just keep this alive. And now the Azumarill, being so friggin' tanky, underpowered or not, can just take these Sludge waves, can just take these Sludges, and I'm going to need another one after this. So I get to one here, but I'm going to need a third, and by that time they bubble me down. So there's really like, why Weezing is the safest is like Turtonator can get killed by Azumarill. Azumarill with this moveset can get killed by Grass. Weezing seems pretty friggin' safe. So here we go with a mirror match again, Azumarill. So we'll have to just play this out with some Play Roughs here. I'm nervous to move anything on my near me right now because I was about 7 minutes in last time, and then I get a microphone has USB not recognized. I'm like, whoa, crap. Anyways, so we're Play Roughing each other. I lose MP because that one attack does not come in handy. Generally, I go for like the low attack, high defensive stamina. And for those of you who are always, I know I get the question once in a while in my video, why do you want to go with that? It is because you have a chance to hire basically the formula takes into consideration one of the attack and only half of the back end there of the defense and stamina when calculating your CP. So if you have a higher attack, you're likely to get to the higher CP faster, which means your level will be lower. Anyways, if you want it not as terribly explained, I did a whole video on this. In 2024, you can probably just do IVs Matter 2024 Dan Ottawa, and you'll get it on YouTube here. So where I was going with this and my long-winded talks that I normally do, I normally go for these low attack ones, except for Turtonator. Turtonator was just one I like hatched or something, so that's the only one I had, so I used it. Otherwise, 113-13 on Weezing, 114-15 on Azumarill. You get the extra bulk with the extra levels. The only time that it sucks are limited metas, because there are only like 10 usable Pokemon, so you are often going into mirror matches. Now, I don't ever suggest building up a second or third if you don't have to. I'm very strict about my resource use. But I know people that have like 3 different IVs Pokemon. They get like the rank 1, like low attack, high defense, stamina. You get a higher attack one that you can win these mirror matches in these limited cups. And then they have some with like certain breakpoints, if like for the meta, where it's just like I get examples like 6 or 7 seasons ago, they called it like the Ryan Swag, you called it like the Medi Slayer. If it was like a 6 attack or something, it was a certain type of attack, 6 or 8 attack. No, yeah, 8 attack maybe, that you would have some breakpoints and beat some Pokemon. So anyways, that's a long-winded discussion about IVs. And now that side discussion is done, let's get back to the battles. We have an Azumarill. We have my game lagging out, so I couldn't throw the move. I would always say throw the move before they get a move off, because there's no reason to take a move. So always throw the move before they get it off. The game lagged on me. I threw the Sludge. Thankfully, they shielded on their Steel Pokemon. And now I can get to the Overheat. And they let that go, so that is a one-shot. So now they're going to come back in with the Azumarill. I'll get farmed down. Where am I going to go here? Probably my own Azumarill. Yeah, and just bubble down. Take the player off, probably. And just commit to the bubble down. So I'll come out with some energy here. What's in the back? Already seen it. Weezing. So Hydro, just because they shield, I go Incinerate Overheat on Turtonator. If they don't, that Hydro lands, and I just Incinerate down. I don't need to shield. I can live every move here. But, you know, good practice just to shield, even though that Sludge would do like 30%. Sandslash. This the claw one? Yeah, this is actually quite tricky. With Ice Beam and Play Rough resisted. Yes, Bubble is neutral, and yes, it is chipping here. But Claws are neutral, and so are Drill Run. And you're definitely going to outpace me to the Drill Run. We're going to do a team. I'm going to post it like Saturday morning. For those of you who don't know, I will be playing in the Toronto Regional this weekend coming up. I'm going to do a team building of the show 6, maybe for my Saturday morning video, being like, I haven't actually thought about it. I'm basically going to be doing it like live in a video about like, here's my thought process of my 6. I don't even know what 6 I'm going to use yet, honestly. This is just, yeah, this video is all over the place. It's been an exhausting day. It's been an exhausting weekend. I was single parenting. So if you saw Rise and Home Slice, I participated in the money tournament with some of the best battlers in the world. Well, I was invited to that, but I was solo parenting 2 very sick kids this weekend. My daughter has been sick for like a week. She's now on the back end of it. My son is now in the middle of it, and he has pink eye in both eyes. And my wife was away this weekend. So I was solo parenting with them this weekend. So with that, work going crazy, still putting out 2 videos a day, I could not play in the tournament, and I have put absolutely zero thought into team building for this weekend. So to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, basically my Saturday morning video, I'll shoot it, I guess, like Wednesday or Thursday, because I'm driving down Friday. Will be me just on this video with PV Poke Open, team building a pick, like a team of 6. So if you want to see my like thought process and anyways, why are you giving me this long random story here? If you are interested in seeing my team building thought process in action, even though it is a like a 6-person tournament, six Pokemon tournament, as opposed to just like a show, like a 3 here, it will give you a good idea into like how I team build and what I look for and strategies there. So that is what I will be doing. And Friday, are you going to come down early and see people on Friday? Why no, I'm not, because my daughter, who's in kindergarten, has a recital at 10 a.m. So normally I would just hop out like right at 8 a.m. so I can get to Toronto area in good time. But now I got to go to the recital, which means that I will not be able to leave here till like 11, which means I'm going prime Friday afternoon traffic to get home, just to spend the night there and then go to the tournament, get killed, and come back the next day. I mean, looking forward to seeing you guys. If you're there, come say hi. If I look exhausted and am out of it, you'll know why. Anyways, Turtonator, right, takes 2 sludges from this Weezing with ease. So now I'm going to shield because the Kartana was on the lead, and that thing is double weak to fire and going to kill my azumarill, and I got Turtonator in the back. So yeah, I am going to 1,000,000% double shield this. I always have sometimes people ask like, when do you fight for switch and stuff? You fight for switch in this exact scenario when you are getting killed on the front and have a killer in the back, and they end up giving a switch into Flygon. I chip. I made it even obvious that I was just going to chip with a resisted move. That is like 2 times lowered because I wanted it to put it in bubble range. So now it's in bubble range. I'm going to throw this to grab a shield. But basically I just need to get this Flygon out of here so that I can then align my Turtonator on their Kartana and then just light it up with the Incinerates. So they get another Scorching Sand off here. Still not enough. Then the 114-15 IV is coming in huge. Hello, Kartana. Say hello to my Incinerate user. And then I come in here because I'm like, are they out of move? I don't know yet, so I'm just going to come snipe because I don't know if they're out of move, and then they take me out. But I have an overheat, which will do. When I say 250%, I'm not even being, like, I'm not even over exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it does like 200+%. Let me just put that in PV Poke just to show how much it does. So we have Turtonator against a Kartana with an overheat. And the damage is, it won't even let me see how much damage it does because the fast moves are doing too much. Just show me how much an overheat does. Nope, can't. That is crazy. I can't even. I'm going to have to put in a custom like garbage move just so I can get to the overheat to see how much it does. Oh my goodness. I so underestimated how much it does. Overheat against a Kartana does 301 damage, which equals to 385% of its HP. Oh my goodness. Yes, I undersold it. I undersold it with 230%. Okay. Wow. Anyways, that's the team. Sorry for the sidetrack conversation, but not sorry because this is what I do in the majority of my videos, and you guys are used to it by now, and I can't even pretend like I'm not going to do it again because that's just the way that's just the way this channel goes. Anyways, please send me some videos. You know what? I'll probably already called out. Yeah, never mind. I've already called out for this because this is going up Wednesday afternoon, and I'm headed out Friday morning, so I've got to shoot all my videos by Thursday. Actually, you know what? Wednesday afternoon, I'll probably do a bunch of videos on Thursday. So if you're watching this Wednesday afternoon, and you can get this to me like Wednesday night, and I don't have enough videos yet, there's a good chance I'll shoot your videos on Thursday to upload for the weekend when I'm not home. Anyways, now I'm done talking. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.